There is a frequency to your life. A pulse that hums beneath every word you speak, every thought you allow, every emotion you let linger. And whether you know it or not, you are broadcasting it, constantly. Not through a radio. Not through a speaker. But through the very energy of your being. That's what vibration is, the invisible rhythm you emit into the world. And here's the truth most people never understand: your vibration is not fixed. It's not random. It is not something that just happens to you. It is something you create every moment with your thoughts and your emotions. If your life feels stuck, chaotic, heavy, it's not the world that's holding you down. It's the frequency you've been unknowingly living on. And the key to rising above it is simple but profound: learn to control your emotions and your thoughts, and your entire world will change. Everything begins in the mind. Not some things. Not most things. Everything. Every outcome, every result, every circumstance, it all starts with a thought. A single, invisible seed planted in the fertile ground of your awareness. And from there, it grows. But here's the catch: most people don't choose their thoughts. They react to them. They inherit them. They absorb them from fear, from limitation, from the noise around them. And without realizing it, they build a life on ideas that were never even theirs to begin with. If your inner world is filled with worry, anger, doubt, then that's what your outer world will mirror. It has no choice. Because your life is a reflection not of what you want, but of what you vibrate. That's why learning to control your emotions isn't about being numb. It's about becoming aware. It's about recognizing that emotions are energy in motion and that you can direct them. You're not a prisoner of your past. You're not a victim of your feelings. You are the architect of your vibration. The moment you stop reacting and start choosing, you take your power back. And when you do that, something extraordinary begins to happen. The world starts to shift. Opportunities show up. People feel your energy before you even speak. You begin to attract what once felt impossible, not because you chased it, but because you aligned with it. Belief is where the shift begins. Belief is not just a thought you think, it's a frequency you embody. What you believe about yourself sets the tone for how you feel. And how you feel determines how you act. Most people are trying to change their lives from the outside in. They chase goals, force discipline, fight through resistance, but it all feels like a war, because the vibration underneath is still anchored in fear. They believe they're not good enough. Not ready. Not capable. So their energy is heavy. Their results are delayed. And they wonder why nothing changes. But when you shift the belief, when you start to truly believe that you are enough, that you are powerful, that you are aligned with abundance, your energy lifts. You don't have to force momentum anymore. You become momentum. And the world responds to that. You must realize something: you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. Your thoughts are like clouds, temporary, passing, often chaotic. But your awareness? That's the sky. Vast. Still. Unshakable. When you anchor yourself in awareness, you begin to see the difference between truth and noise. The truth is this: you were born with infinite potential. Your spirit, your soul, your being, it vibrates with divine power. But the noise? The fear? The self-doubt? That's just programming. Old energy. And once you become conscious of it, you can clear it. You can choose new thoughts. You can shift your frequency. Not someday, but now. Right now. You don't need more motivation. You need mastery. Mastery over your inner world. Mastery over your reactions. Mastery over the emotions that try to hijack your day. And that mastery doesn't come from suppressing your feelings, it comes from understanding them. Emotions are messengers. When anger rises, it's showing you where you've been disrespected or out of alignment. When fear creeps in, it's pointing to a place you haven't fully healed. And when joy shows up, that's the universe saying, you're on the right track. So don't run from your emotions. Study them. Feel them. Then rise above them. Choose what you keep. Release what you don't. Because the moment you master your inner world, your outer world begins to obey. Vision is the fuel of vibration. Without a clear vision, your energy scatters. Your days feel random. Your efforts feel wasted. But when you lock in a vision, one that is emotionally charged, deeply personal, and spiritually aligned, you light a fire in your soul. A vibration that cuts through doubt and distraction. It's not just about setting goals. It's about building a vision that stirs something in your spirit. Something so real, so alive, that you can feel it before you see it. And when your thoughts dwell in that vision, when your emotions rise to match it, you shift into alignment. You become a magnet for the very thing you desire. That's not hype. That's law. The law of vibration. Purpose sharpens that vibration. It gives weight to your vision. It transforms effort into meaning. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, your energy becomes focused. You don't get shaken by setbacks. You don't get thrown off by opinions. Because your vibration is rooted in something deeper than validation. It's rooted in calling. Purpose doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be real. It's the quiet knowing that your life matters, that your presence carries light, that your choices ripple into eternity. And when you live from that place, you vibrate on a level that transforms rooms, conversations, lives. But none of this means anything without discipline. Vibration is not a one-time act. It is a habit. A practice. A daily choice. And discipline is what keeps that vibration consistent. It's easy to be positive when life is flowing. It's easy to feel powerful when everything is working. But the real test of vibration is who you are when it's not. When the bills stack up. When the doors don't open. When the people walk away. In those moments, your emotions want to spiral. Your thoughts want to collapse. But if you've trained your mind, if you've built the muscle of focus, gratitude, and belief, you don't fall. You rise. You rise above the noise, the fear, the doubt, because your vibration is no longer dependent on conditions. It's anchored in truth. And then comes action. Not frantic action. Not forced, fear-driven hustle. But aligned action. Inspired action. The kind that flows from clarity and conviction. When your thoughts are rooted in truth, and your emotions are elevated, your actions carry energy. They land differently. They move things. That's when momentum finds you. That's when people say, you're lucky, or things just work out for you. But it's not luck. It's not coincidence. It's resonance. You've done the inner work. You've shifted your vibration. And now, the world is just catching up. Gratitude keeps that vibration high. It's the great amplifier. The great anchor. When you practice gratitude, you're telling the universe, I see the good. I receive the good. I expect the good. And that expectation becomes magnetic. Gratitude is not a passive feeling, it's an active frequency. You don't wait for life to be perfect before you give thanks. You give thanks, and watch life rise to meet that energy. Even in hardship. Even in uncertainty. Especially in uncertainty. Because when you can feel gratitude in the storm, you're no longer reacting to the world, you're directing it. And yes, life will challenge you. It will test your vibration. There will be moments where it feels like nothing is working. Where everything you've built is shaking. And in those moments, adaptability becomes sacred. The ability to shift without losing yourself. To adjust without lowering your frequency. To bend without breaking. That's power. That's resilience. Because the goal is not to control the world, the goal is to master your inner world so deeply, so completely, that you can thrive no matter what the world throws at you. Resilience is a spiritual vibration. It is forged in fire. It is born in the storms you thought would break you but didn't. It's the quiet courage to keep showing up. To keep believing. To keep speaking life into your vision, even when your circumstances scream the opposite. And every time you do, your vibration strengthens. Your frequency sharpens. You become unshakable, not because life is easy, but because you are aligned. And in that alignment, you become a student of life. A learner of truth. You stop clinging to perfection and start embracing growth. You understand that every challenge, every setback, every failure is a lesson in vibration. It's showing you where you've been living below your potential. And when you learn, you rise. You rise in wisdom. You rise in power. You rise in frequency. That's the journey. Not to fake perfection, but to expand, to evolve, to vibrate higher and higher, until your life reflects the truth you've always carried inside, that you were never broken. You were simply learning to remember your power. So now, the choice is yours. You can continue reacting. Or you can begin choosing. You can let your thoughts wander, or you can direct them. You can let your emotions control you, or you can feel them, then rise above. You are not here to blend in with the noise. You are here to shift atmospheres. You are here to radiate a frequency so strong, so unwavering, so aligned with truth that nothing outside of you can shake what's been built inside of you. Control your thoughts. Master your emotions. Align your vibration. And watch the world respond. Because the truth is, it always has been. The only question is, what will you vibrate now? Choose boldly. Choose consciously. Choose powerfully. Because your vibration is your destiny.